Thank you so much, Victor. And thank you each one of you for attending to this webinar organized from EPCOM and the opportunity to personally thank in the name of Samlex for your business. Then we are very glad to introduce our DC-DC converters to power radios and GPS in trucks and boats today, and but also for you to take the best advantage of this webinar, which is not very long. I recommend you to put aside any distractions that you might have, like email notifications, whatever, and have this time to focus. Maybe some products you know already, but maybe some others you might be interested on adding to your portfolio. The webinar is split in 3 phases. The first one is a little Samlex intro, later on the solutions, and then the question and answer sessions that I will pass the microphone to Michael Marin, which is one of the EPCOM engineers. Then we are beginning. Samlex is a Canadian manufacturer of power conversion products. We are a 31 years old company, and always our focus is to bring more solutions for you and have like as many solutions as possible for you. And all of those are can be purchased through EPCOM. Quality assured. All our products are made with strict standard quality measures, and also comes with certifications. What does a certification means to you on an everyday basis? Well, it means that our products, Samlex products, offers you reliable solutions, efficient and safe. Efficient because they don't deplete the battery power if it's powered through a battery bank, which in many applications is like in boats and trucks, because it's not going to drain or use energy or lost energy by heat. It's very, very efficient, and you will see how is your battery bank improve on that. The second thing is very safe because it has FCC, and then doesn't cause any kind of interference on any other devices that might be connected around. And of course, the most important for the users. The certification varies depending of the product line that we are talking about. Oh, sorry. Then what product lines we offer? Well, a wide variety of inverter chargers from 1200 watts till 40,000 watt, 12, 24. They are very reliable, very sturdy. We're gonna see a little bit of that. DC AC power inverters, pure sine wave, modi sine wave, 12, 24, 48 models. Industrial battery chargers, 12 volt, 24 volt models, automatically, very efficient. They will track efficiently the battery bank stage and will charge accordingly. Inverter accessories, which is the battery cables and fuses. We always recommend to use fuses on any of your installations to prevent any damage, and will be always easier to replace a fuse rather than a system born. You can buy the kit, but also you can buy the fuse separate, the full fuse or the parts of the fuse. Transfer switch, the STS30, solar kits accessories, solar charge controllers, portable solar kits, DC to DC converters, and power supplies and cabinets. And well, now we are going to talk about DC-DC conversion, which is needed in different markets, but today we are going to focus on boats and trucks. And we have here a very common application. There is a driver who needs a radio, and of course that radio needs to be clear, the message most here with no interference. And here you see a diagram, for example, is the SDC 30, which is a 24 to 12 conversion. SDC series is a whole line of 24 to 12 converters, models from 5 till 60 amp. And it's been used for many years, and anybody I have heard that complains about some kind of interference or not well power the radio, you really can rely on it. And here you can see some of the models of the series. Is a 20 to 32 input, 13.8 output, models 5 till 60 amp. Is heavy duty application, and well, you can see that it can be mounted on any space. They are small and it can fit anywhere. We have another series of converters. Step up is different, is 12 to 24. It comes at 10, 7, 10, and 20 model. IDC series is an isolated converter line. IDC series offer the three options: step up, step down, and equalize. It comes from 8 to 30 amp models. And what do we mean with isolated conversion is that the galvanic isolation between the input and output, and then there's no communication between the input and output, and is more suitable for telecom application. Here you can see the connectors of the SDC and the IDC series. And of course, in EPCOM webpage, the same as Samlex America webpage, you can find all the DC-DC converters that we are offering. You can find the spec sheets, the manuals. You can see the input, the output. I encourage you to visit the website and see the spec sheets. All our products comes with protections, and the protections, you can read it on the spec sheet. But I have also been asked, how can I properly read the model? Or having said, how can I determine which conversion or which model to recommend to my customer? Then the most important here is we'll see those steps, but I'm going to tell you how to determine the model on the IDC series specifically, which is the larger series that we handle. On the SDC, you can see the input and the output is the same, but what changes is the amperage. Then you always need to know what's the input, the output, and the amperage. With those three elements, you can determine which model. In the IDC 100A-12, 100 is the watts, A is the input, which A means 9 to 18, B is 20 to 35, C is 30 to 60, and D is 60 to 120. And 12, the last digits, are the output. In this case, is output 12 DC. Then having said that, what do I need to know to choose the right model? Well, you first have to make sure you are talking about DC to DC conversion. Later on, what's the input? Third, what's the output? Four, what's the amperage? And then you can choose the suitable model. For telecommunication, we recommend to use isolated converters, IDC series. Which are the users for the converters? Well, it could be mounted on heavy machinery or in public buses for light applications, or for those ticket expander machines at the buses. They are also used for the lighting system of trains. And here I'm going to switch for another application, which is power and GPS systems in trucks in boxes. You have the GPS system powered by a external extra battery bank, and it's connected through the alternator to the starter battery. Then you might need an ACR 160, which is a charge oscillator that separates the starting battery from the battery bank. Then with the ACR, you protect for accidental discharge of the starting battery. Then for boats or for trucks, protect the starting battery is very important. Then with the ACR, you can do it, and we'll see the model a little bit later. Later on, you have the battery guard. The battery guard, what it does is protect for over discharge the battery. Then you pre-program the voltage that you do not want the battery goes, and when reach that voltage will block the power of the battery bank, allowing the battery to recharge. Once it's recharged, then will give power to the system again. And it's being used to power the cameras or the vehicle locator, which is the GPS. And then here you can see the BG, the battery guard. There's three models, 40, 60, and 200 amp. It comes with a menu of 10 different options, 10 for 12 volts, 10 for 24 volts, automatically detection, and is programmable to disconnect and reconnect at different voltages, and prevents the excessive discharge of the battery. The activation and deactivation is after 90 seconds. And this protection is to avoid the system to trigger for any low voltage change. Then once it's programmed, is not possible to be touch or change for a third person, then it's pretty safe and it's IP65. The ACR that we talked previously, which protects the starting battery, is the automatic charge oscillator. He always, once the truck or the boat starts, will give priority to charge the starter battery. Once the starter battery is fully charged, then we'll start passing the power to the secondary or alternate bank. And this way, I really like the way the ACR works, because will protect the difference of the chemistry of the starting battery versus deep cycle battery. Here we can see a little bit more in detail a diagram where you have the alternator, the starter battery, the ACR 160, the battery alternate battery bank, the battery guard, and why not external battery charger, Samlex IDC Series, and of course the loads. And for the marine industry, I picked these two options because trucks and boats the applications are very similar, and in the areas where you are located, you need both. Then the solution, it can be offered to customers in marine application or customers for land application. Then here you go again with the SDC ferry, but mounted on a boat. And then you have a very well power along your ride. And speaking about power, I'm going to introduce also another power solutions that are used in boats or trucks, which is a DC to AC on the boats. And we have a sturdy PSU Series inverters, pure sine wave models from 120 till 3000 watt, 12, 24, and 48. This series is meant to work 24 hours, 365. It's very well used in and known in the telecommunication applications, which once the system is running, is never going to stop. Then it doesn't matter that you might install a small model like 120, 150 watt. It's the same. You can use 24, 365. And the bigger models, 1500 and up, gives you two options. You can plug the load, but you can also hardwire. It comes also with a GFCI protection. That means that any kind of leaking that might have in the connections will activate the GFCI, and you just manually reset. And it's a good thing because it prevents for the system to be damaged. Another very dynamic or versatile application the PSU Series offer from the models 300 watt and up is a one wire connection. Then you make this third connection right to the starter of the boat or the truck. Then if the boat or the truck are start, the inverter is powering. If the boat or the truck is off, the inverter is off as well. Then that is the way that you prevent for accidental over discharge of the battery bank, which is always a concern. Also, you can see here the battery charger. The battery charger comes models of 12 volts and models of 24 volts. It's 3 stages. It works automatically. The bigger models comes with a temperature sensor for a better reading of the status of the battery. I have never heard of any damage on any battery bank. For the contrary, we had a meeting more than a month ago with various marine application customers, and they are very happy with the performance of the battery charger. And they said, we totally forget about the damage on the battery bank. We didn't have any leaking. They are always very well charged. Just to help in the performance of the products, we recommend that from time to time when the regular maintenance, clean the fans, because it's the way where the dust can be storage. And then with just a simple cleaning, you will have, you make extend the lifespan of the battery charger or the inverter. And on the other hand, we'll also offer a transfer switch, 30 amp, that you can use when, for example, you want to take advantage of the shore power or the battery bank. And here also you see the fuses, the ACR, and the battery guard. Of course, our inverters have protections and all like high voltage, low voltage alarm, sound alarm, but those protections are meant for the inverter. And we also offer protections meant specifically for the battery bank. Then is preventive. Then is a way that you can prevent damage on the battery bank. And of course, that also includes to expand the life of the cycles of the battery. And you don't need to replace that often. Then it's a very good combination. Another way to power your systems with a more robust system is through the Evo Series Inverter Charger, that when you are offshore, you can use the grid, or you can also use the power of a generator from the diesel or gas. And on the DC side, you can connect a photovoltaic system by an external solar charge controller, 50 amp, and of course the power, the battery bank. The Evo works with any kind of lead acid battery and lithium. In the case of the SEC chargers, they can work with any kind of lead acid batteries. And the program is being done through deep switches, and the instructions are very easy to program, and you can see in the manual. In the case of the Evo, all the programming is being done through the Evo RC, the remote control. The remote actually has two main purpose as a programmer, because is where through the Evo RC you will program all the parameters of the Evo that you will program custom made to the battery bank that will be connected. Of course, the programming of the lead acid versus lithium is different, but the instructions are in the manual. And also we have a video that you can find in the Samlex America YouTube page, or if you follow us in LinkedIn, you can see the video how to start the programming for lithium batteries. All the parameters can be, I said, like low voltage disconnection, hibernation, the generator. The Evo acts very fast, reacts very fast for any deficiency on the power, and make the adjustments and changes to keep the system running and to keep always the battery bank healthy. We have two series, the Evo Series at 120-60 Hertz and the Evo E is 230, 50, or 60 Hertz. The 120 comes with AVIC certification. The E does not come but complies. And well, you can have 230 or 120 solutions. In the case of the IDC chargers, from the factory comes at 120 and manually can be switched to 230. The instructions are in the manual, but you can also see on video. It's a simple procedure, and you can use the same charger for 120 or 230 applications. On the Evo series, you can also have 1200 watt models, 12 and 24 volts. The 12 and 24 in two options, the F, which is with plugs, and the FAHW is hardwired with terminals. Then you can see here the difference between the Evo F, which you can see the plugs, and the Evo FHW, which comes with terminals, and the terminals are very well protected. The difference between the 12 volt model versus the 2200 up to 4000 is that it comes with one AC. Then you can connect or the grid or the generator. And on the DC side, you can use, of course, the photovoltaic system and the battery bank. You can see here, as I mentioned, the two AC outputs is the EVOs at 120 and 230, and the F, which is the 1200 watt models, is one AC input. And we are also launching a new Evo 4248, which is a split phase 120 to 30. Then maybe you might have applications, or on the big boats they use 48. Then you can buy all these models through EPCOM. The new Evo 4248 stock arriving in late June. But the rest of the models are in stock right now. The inverter chargers, as I said, also on the F series, you can see here like a diagram, and in the center in that box exemplify the three main activities of the Evo, which is a battery charger, a transfer switch, and an inverter that can be powered through a generator or the grid, photovoltaic, and to keep a full load the battery bank. As I mentioned, we offer 100, 200, 300, and 400 amp fuses, marine rated. You can buy the full fuse, the mounting, the fuse, and the protection cap, or the fuse itself of the mount separate. And in the marine application, well, it can be in a commercial application or safety application, leisure, or for living, why not? The Evo 2440 is very well used in this kind of trailer boats. Our website offers you videos where you can see in action our products. We invite you all to visit the web pages for you for to use it. It comes with question and answer, testimonials, product videos. You can find the video how to switch the battery charger from 120 to 230. The power supplies that we also offer, which are very reliable, efficient, and compact, can be switched to 230 as well. But also we offer 230 volt power supplies models. Then all that information can be found in Samlex America website, but of course you can also find everything on EPCOM website. Also in our page you can find catalogs specifically for your industry. Then you can download and share with your customers. We have the generic Samlex America catalog, which englobes 120 to 30 solutions for LTE applications or telecom. But these are meant for specifically for mobile or marine solutions to your service. We are an experience in manufacturing power conversion products for 31 years now. And I said our focus and concern is always work on bringing new products. Like this year, we are bringing the Evo 4248 SP, and also we are launching the new Pure Sine Wave NTX series from 1000 till 3000 watt, 12 volts. They come with remote included, which will be very handy for marine and truck applications. They are slimmer and lighter, which is a good thing because of the space constraint always in boats on trucks. And the return rate of our products is less than 100%. Then I'm not saying we are 100% reliable, but we are very, very close. You can rely on our products and you can feel confident when using it of any application, and your customers and you will be pleased with the performance. And well, thank you so much for attending to this webinar. We will have more webinars to come and will be announced by email as usual. And I'm going to pass the microphone to Michael to help us out to read the questions that you might have, and we will be pleased to answer you. In case you need like further assistance on dimensioning a system, please email your sales rep or email Michael. Maybe he can share his email address and they will be very pleased to assist you. Samlex also has technical support to your service. Then thank you so much. Michael, I send you, give you the microphone.
Hello, Aida. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you, Aida. We have not a question for now.
Okay, good. Well, if any question arises down the road, please feel free. Michael, can you please share your email address and the customers can reach you later on?
Yes, my email is michael.marin@epcom.net.
Then it's michael.marin@epcom.net.
Yes.
Okay. Then thank you so much for your assistance and hope to see you soon in the next webinar.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.